Yo, what is up? What is happening? What is going on? We're live for another day of Project Zombie. Or not, excuse. No, not Project Zombie. Valheim. Valheim. Another day of Valheim, and then we're going to be doing Valheim for a bit today, and then later we will switch over to some Project Zomboid, probably. Most likely. So weird. I can't tell. I'm looking at my Twitch dashboard, and it's not showing me that my stream has a name or what game it's playing. Is it showing on Twitch announcement? It's showing the name. I just don't know if it's showing an actual. I'm messing up, I think. Anyway, we will start with turning up my recording. Gonna start up some music. There we go. All right. Let's start up our game. The last time we played this, it's been a few days. We took a little break and played some Project Zomboid. The last time we played this, we were working on finishing up the dock area. I feel like we'll probably do much of the same day. Let's start off by getting our rested buff back here. There are not any fires? There they are. There they are, okay. We're going to start off by getting our rested buff. Last time we played this, we're building that wall. I have gone and gotten some more things. I have some random stuff in my inventory I should probably take care of. I repair as well a little bit. My items real fast. So I've gone and gotten a few things, some more stone. Trying to get stuff set up. Trying to get so we can finish some of our work a little bit earlier than what we had been doing. A bit loud. Feels a little bit loud. It feels right there. That seems good. Ah, no. But, I do need to put in, yes, for those. There we go. Let's repair. All right. Be here. So I was building this side over here. I got finished building that. And as you can see, I got a whole bunch of stone already lined up on the beach over here. I had to have some food, so we have a little bit more stamina. We have a rested buff now. Head and hit up some stone and get started on this immediately. This needs to get built out so that it is with that. Yeah, this should be correct. Right, 3 wide is what should make this correct. Or 4 wide. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that should be right. Correct. All right. 3 is what we want in the middle here. I just wanted to make sure I recounted that real fast. Gotta build over a little bit more. Right, and then this is definitely going to use up a lot. Oh, in this part right here. Once we get to where we're building our downhill slope, it'll be fine, but this first part is going to use up a ton of stones. Alright, I'm trying to mess. The music just feels so loud to me today. And I don't know why. This part right here is going to take a lot of stone. We're using 4 stone for 2 blocks. Whereas we're only using 6 stone for 4 blocks, essentially. Actually, wait, did I do that right? Actually, no, hang on. Is that right? I think I can get away with using a 2. Hey, Fluff. Thanks for the resub, Fluff, for 11 months. 11 months of Fluff. Yeah, I can do it like this. Never mind. I miscalculated. I thought I can do it like that. That's okay. This needs to be 2D. Oh, I gotta go back down and get some more stone. I didn't even think about that. I should have thought about that. That's okay. For a long time, we would always stream at the exact same time, so it's kind of hard for you to subscribe. Right here I want to do the door going down, right? So I need there's start there? Start going down there, right? Yeah. That's not placed correctly. Yeah, so what I need to do is build like this and then build the stairwell starting down. Grab some more stone. Now we build like this. Go bam, bam. Okay. Go back down here to build the next part. We can do this part of the way up. Like this, maybe? Then we just would have to do something like that. We're going through so much stone. Actually, instead of building like that, I need to build foundations because that would be a little bit better. Back over there. This part, though, is the thing that requires the most stone, I think. In here, well, yes, we'll require stone to kind of flatten out an area around. I think overall it'll require a lot less stone here. This part will require the most stone by far, especially as we redo some things with this building here. Is it cheaper to do this instead of that? I think it's cheaper to use foundations. Because with these... That's 12 per side instead of 16, so it's cheaper to use foundations for this part. This. All right. Okay, go back down and do this again. We can get down a lot quicker on the next part, I think. I can't do that there. What I think I need to do is use these here. Should be enough. Final two here. A little bit more stone, just a tad bit more. We have stone left over. And do one of these there. There. These. There. Get rid of the wood here. Alright, and we'll do more with this, but we have the basic structure set, which I think is more than good enough for what we want to do here. I'm liking that. Pretty much perfectly aligned with the center here. And then we'll build like an actual dock area out here once we get more stone, but we don't have a lot of stone left, so we're actually going to now move our focus up here. This part here. What I want to do is I do want to bring up this thing here, our stone cutter table. Just like for now, just somewhere like right here. And I do need to build up stone here, but like I said, as long as I can get up, that's all I care about. So now I'm hoping I can do this in such a way where it'll all match up side there. Stone. We still have our world edit mod on so that we can actually build within our altar. That's really only thing we're using world edit on is so we can build within our altar area, and also so we can move like those things, so we can move them out of the way of our base. We are gonna build stairwell. Here's what I want to do, right? I'm not sure I can do it too well. We're gonna have to use a smaller block. This might actually take a lot more than I thought. I want a stairway here, if possible. And I want a stairway on the other side that leads down into a flat area. Then what we're gonna do is build around this, and what I want to do is we're gonna build off of these things. I think that'd be the correct height if I build off of those. A little low. We might actually have to try and make this work as best as we can in a sort of roundabout way. We're gonna go ahead and build around here. Put this as circular as we can get it. And if it encroaches a little bit, that's okay. As long as the end product ends up being circular and even on every side. So we want about 3 of these on the side. So now we're going to do the same thing here. As long as we do this all even. This actually is slightly different. So. Huh? There we go. This one is 3. 1, 3, and then we're gonna do another 1 block here. Another 1 block there, and we're gonna do 3 again. We need more stone. We actually pick up all the stone last time. We have a lot of wood on us. We should put that wood away. Our rested buff's almost out, which means the nighttime is almost on us. Grab that. I still I need to do something here and over there with this so that I can hide this imperfection on the ground there. I have an idea. Try to implement at some point. But this, I feel like this building project, I want to get this part done, but I feel like this entire building project is going to take me quite a long time. I'm going to have to do quite a bit of resource gathering. Got 1, 2, 3. Same again. Do it all around, then we can get rid of all the wood. Then we can build this up to the proper height, which is another, 2 up. Is Be a little low compared to that. Might have to change my idea for the middle here. I had an idea for the middle. Is that connected? And walk up the side like that. I can. So my idea for the middle might still work. My idea for the middle might still work. I might have to just do something interesting. Let's go get some rest real quick. It's getting dark out. Have to build more flint arrows. We are gonna go search for another swamp soon. I just kind of want to use up all the stone I have. We'll use up all the stone I have, and then we're gonna go see if we can't find a good swamp area. Which there's not one too far away. Also, I don't know if you guys realize this, but doing this like this will provide us a lot more area here to do stuff out in front of our main building. First, we gotta get this all set up. Yeah, I'm liking... I have an idea for this. You'll hopefully see it soon. Might be... I wonder if I can do that again. Hang on. If I have... If I build this... Build it up slightly up. Can I build it... That's like even maybe? Hang on. Let me try this real quick. Mostly even. We're gonna do this again. That's too far spread apart though. What if I just manually place this then? Like that? Yes. I think that's gonna work. Alright. Alright. I'm excited. I'm excited. Because that's gonna work out perfectly. For what I want to do. I think. We're gonna find out for sure when I get more towards the middle. But we'll see. I walk this way. Come on. Along here, walk along here, walk along here. I should just place this more in the middle. I get more coverage. Alright, so we did 3, 1, 2, 3, right? Okay. I gotta do this again. Now this again. Three, and then again. And now again to do this. Also, this is a little bit off. Don't have my pull on me. My worry is that this won't be exactly center. I'm trying to think of how I can screw that exactly center on the middle here. I'm kind of wondering if I should have used this for as like as this small block here, and not just done. That'd make it slightly smaller, wouldn't it? I do something like this. Would that be better? See, it's still gonna be. I think here's the problem. This. Is it lined up on the edge though? I mean, it is pretty much lined up on the edge. Can I make this seem more lined up than what it is? That's still pretty close to dead center, not quite dead center. The reason we were using one block like this was to keep it even with this, but that now doing that equally on the side has made this side become very off. I feel like my end result's going to be a little off because of it. Because my end result... Okay. My end result's going to be pulling this all the way in so that it goes in a circle around this. That's like what I want my end result to be. Then we build it up to be the same height as this. We raise the ground all around it so that we have like a well, a stone, and our altars in the middle, and stairs on either side leading down into it. Maybe even maybe not stairs on the side. Sorry, taking a drink while I debated this. To see, this circle actually turned out almost exactly in the middle, right? I could have gotten the stones to line up on all sides properly. That's the thing, right? These stones are slightly bigger than... Hang on. What if I can do this? That's still gonna put it off by a little bit. No matter what I do, it's off by a little bit. Man, making circles in Valheim's hard. You know what? I think we build it as is. I think we build it as is. And then try and make it work later. See, this is the problem, I think. It's going to end up not being exactly equal here. And I don't even know if it's going to connect on the other side. My foods. In case I get attacked, I want to be prepared. Let's just keep going through here. I am kind of curious if it's even going to line up on the other side, because I feel like it won't. Just put that there from the start. We're slowly getting further and further outside the circle. Unless it comes back on itself, it isn't going to be equal. Equal out. Here's the thing, okay, let's look at it from a different perspective. Is that even gonna make a circle? Yeah, I don't know that this is gonna make a circle. Looks, I mean, it should actually. Feels very off at the moment. Flatten this around here real quick. It's gonna connect because we're actually starting to come back around. Like it's starting, I think, to get closer again, maybe. Okay. Alright, last bit of stone, it looks like. We're just gonna get this built up enough so I can go off and search. So we spent the first... I guess I didn't just name my stream base work. I name it something. I guess we can do a little bit more base work. Alright. Thing. If this turns slightly, it should connect back there. Alright, good. We do have a circle. These sides do line up. It's just they line up. I'll have to like change where the stairwell is kind of on this side. That matches the stairwell on this side. Although the stairwell on this side is gonna be kind of strange. I really want to go crazy with this. I could make my own custom stairs, make this like stair step all the way up, but I don't think it'd reach all the way up there. Okay, so how do I want to do this then? Go ahead and get rid of that one. We don't need it anymore. Got it spaced properly. Figure this out. Stairwell, stairwell, stairwell. Yeah. If I put this goes there, how much? 2 stairs to get to the top? That's not too bad. The same thing here. Just kind of need to... Just need to do something like this. Instead of putting, I could just put like one of these. Like that. Be such an odd place for stairs. Because if there's a... You put a low wall. Hang on. If we were to put a low wall here. Right? That'd be pretty thin. Also, that makes that a very rough going up area right there. What can I don't have enough stone. I have enough stone now. Actually, no, I have stone over here. I can make it real quick. I just want to do this real quick. I want to get this part. Could just do it like that, so that kind of. That kind of goes up. Okay, we should go sleep. Cold. Hey, we used up exactly all of our stone. Oh, the fire's out? Rest. Okay, we could go get more stone to finish up our area. Then you can finish up at least the outer wall and then the terraforming. Only thing I have to wonder is how do I get it this edge to look good? We used up all of the stone we currently have. We need quite a bit more, I think, to finish this part up here. I could hop on the boat and go get more stone. 11 stone in here? Let me take that out real fast. I also need to fix up the terrain right here. And we need to fix up the sidewall here. We still have to do the outer part of the wall too. We need so much materials. This will make the upper wall. Go ahead and use some of that stone to kind of expand that out. Needs to go to there, and then the other side needs to go to the start of that stairs. Need to do the outside part there and over there, but at the same time I have a plan, so I don't know if I needed the outside part right now. Oh, we can get rid of all this wood. Let's do that real quick. Let's get rid of all this wood on the inside. No longer need it. Has become superfluous. I have a feeling one of the wood is gonna get... There's gonna be wood in one of these all the time at some point. Okay. So this wood's probably going to become firewood. Throw some down. Well, I mean, well, we need to use wood in some other parts of this, I guess, so we might still need to. I think for the most part, it'll probably be in firewood, though. That back up. Properly do this. Okay. Use so much wood just for kind of making a basic measurement. Alright, I'm just kind of focused on. I'm getting this all sort of moved out of the way. Right. Okay. All of that's moved out of the way now. Okay, so now we just have our circle. This seems like it's incredibly lopsided now, but that's I think that's just something we're gonna have to live with as long as the basic idea is there. I think we'll be fine. Like it's only slightly off. Crazy. That's the one thing about Valheim building I dislike is that some of these are just slightly off in their measurement. Like, okay. In wood crafting, it's very simple. It'll tell you 2 meters, 4 meters, the degrees and such. This just says 2 by 1. Usually you would assume that mean 2 meters, but I were to build, well, I can't really show this. If I show this. If I were to build a 2 meter thing, it matches there. My only guess then is that we're slightly off over here. But this circle is actually matched up with that. This stairs is actually matched up with that stairs. If this stairs is matched up with that stairs, we will have basically perfect stairs leading through, and they'll be perfectly measured between each wall. How that should work. I mean, I guess the altar itself is not exactly. Put down my movement now. I can't get. The altar itself, as you can see, is not perfectly aligned around the middle part. On some edges, it's going to look closer to the wall than others, because even on the inside, it looks closer to the others. What that should mean is it should mean that our inner circle will still end up being about the same as the outer circle. It should still be lined up with this then, for the most part. Alright. I'm gonna go use this wood to fill up some fires real quick. Another thing I could do is I could go get some stone and I could make a proper hearth fireplace here. Like here and here. We can build those now. It takes 15 stone to make. Put in, let's go ahead and put the stone in here. Go repair our tool. And if all the ground works out properly, it'll all match up good. Or well, I should say. Alright. Repair our stuff. Go grab some more stone, I guess. I also should check if I have enough carrots. I might need to go. I need to go plant some carrots. For 50, let's go grab another batch of carrots. Think they should be ready? Yeah, they're ready. So we should get 69 carrots harvested without any pluses. Might be the highest my farming's ever been. Because in our regular YouTube playthrough, we didn't get farming skills until over halfway through. Pretty one. Good. A lot of pluses because of it. Granted, the bonus chance pops off at 25% at 100, so we're about a third of the way there-ish. We're looking at like 8 point something. Also, I really should make more arrows. What I'm doing here, you haven't seen it before, is I'm lining up the crops with the lines on the side. And then putting one in the middle. This gives me the pretty much maximum amount of crops I can put in a single line. What I thought I just sort of moved like a cow was going. Alright. Fancy done. We have 51 carrots left. Good. Make more meals before I go. We're already most of the way through the day, so we might go to get more wood or get more stone next day. I was hoping I could just walk across that. It was not to be. Oh. We got carrots. Let's grab some of that. We grab some mushrooms. Grab the more meat. Make meat. Okay. I really need to find turnips. Didn't get any doubles there. I mean, cooking is still, I guess, only 13. There. I think I should get up. Maybe I got my blocking up a little bit off stream. Up to 21. Which that number there didn't change too much. Cool. Yellow number there. Next to block armor. Too much. We need here. Let's. This is upgrade fully. This needs bronze to upgrade again, but we're probably gonna get iron one at some point. Bronze and 4. Okay, we need 15, 30, 45 to upgrade that. That could upgrade again, but we could also just make an iron one. Just the base iron one does more damage, and that's base 30 iron. I also need to get an iron regular axe, as well as an iron mace. Got a little bit of iron stuff to grab. We got about... I need around 400 more iron to finish off doing what we need to do with our gear. Honestly, is a decent amount. All right. Oh, go grab more. I need to make more arrows. I don't know. Do I have to not have to flint? I have flint. I think I'll have enough. I just need to go grab some wood piles over here. Really only need flint arrows. We only need to grab one. Apparently flint arrows are kind of... That should be more than enough. Drop off at the wagon. Alright, get to it. Another thing I need to fix. Nice cultivator way, shoot. Another thing, what was I gonna say? Another thing I need to fix. I was about to say something. I think I need to fix. I completely forgot what I was gonna say. Oh. Another thing I need to fix is this harbor, which actually let me take this with me because I might be able to fix it up now. There's a few places out towards the end of the harbor that are a little bit too high up. It rubs against the bottom of the boat, causing damage to the boat. Fix that a bit. Back up with the boat. Right towards the end here. Right there, I think maybe. They didn't hit me on the way in. Or the way out. Might have to see where they're at on the way in, maybe. Oh no, it's right there. I fixed this, just flatten it out a bit. possibly might be fixed. We use that maybe, and that might actually get it downward. Right. Swim! Alright. I don't know if that fixed it, but we'll find out. Definitely come together a lot right there since we first started. Head for that spot right there again. I think there's a rock not too far from there. The wind just got completely changed all at once. That's crazy. Crazy wind. I don't want to get any of these rocks next to the water because they're kind of a pain to deal with. There are rocks inland that aren't so bad. Okay. Here. They are. Grey Dwarf is not too far away. Is there any trolls? I don't think there's any trolls. Be good there. I think we got most of this thing uncovered, so we know where the edges is at. There we go. Those guys drop stone. I think we're good enough on the edge. So let's just get to work. Use the elevator to speed this part up. There, get this rock broken. Alright. We're gonna break a whole bunch before we even worry about picking up anything. I mean, this music was playing, I was feeling like it wasn't Valheim music for some reason. Thought I was playing the... For some reason I thought I started playing like Total War Warhammer 3 music, or Warhammer music for the Undead, or the Vampire Coast. There's extra stuff on me, I can't actually pick up 2 stacks at once. Alright. Very loud Meadows song playing. Hey. Actually, almost gone through all of Elder without even finishing this rock off, which is incredibly quick. Also, it's just an incredibly huge rock. Might be able to finish this. 12 seconds. Oh, 2 seconds to spare. Alright. All this stuff put down. We don't lose any of it. Honestly, not a bad hollow rock for 1 elder buff usage. I just gotta load all this up and then we can... Oh, I see a part we missed. Part underground. There's honestly probably so much more rock in here. Okay. Start getting stuff shoved into the boat. Notice we also took down that tower right there. There was another rock along there that's gone. The rocks up there are gone. Let's shove extra stuff in here. And next. Nope, nope, nope. Don't play anything not Valheim music, YouTube. Alright, we should be able to get this loaded up and head home before it becomes too dark. We are getting further and further away from our landing spot, though. We might have to... Actually, there's another stone right there. The big rock. Big old stone rock right over there, so... It's all loaded up. Looks like I should probably get this boat close to the shore. Don't have to mount to the ladder every time. That should be close enough. I should be able to make that jump. Make this jump. Alright. Good. I can find the time before my next Valheim stream. I need to go through and just collect like 3 or 4 of those big rocks worth of stone. Just get them all. I feel like I'm gonna need so much stone yet. And if we have extra stone, I mean, I don't know, we'll be able to find use for it eventually. Actually, you know what? We still have to build that lighthouse over on the tiny island. Could have even turn it into an extremely secure base. You never know. Also, my Twitch chat might have been disconnected for the last while because it just told me welcome to chat room. I never know. That being said, this is a decent amount of stone we got from that one rock. Might be enough to finish up at least walling off the altar part. Maybe even flatten some ground around it. Maybe? I don't feel like it's going to be enough because we have to use a lot of smaller stones. $15 stone over there. It looks like the wind's against us currently for the trip home. By the way, those breeze lines are going. It's almost directly against us. Alright. And it is! His home is right there at the tip of that landmass we can see right there. Just haven't really set up a new boar farm location, which we need to. Still are going to need leather scraps and a boar meat. Actually, boar meat for the food. Can't find turnips right away. Send us away into the foggy, murky night sky. Well, twilight sky. All right. Off we go. Actually turned a little bit away from the actual entrance. There's the actual entrance. And it's funny watching the base kind of filter in a bit. It doesn't look like there's anything there. In fact, the train still looks like the train looked like before it was leveled and such. And as we get closer, the train starts backing off. There it goes. You can kind of start to see. Our house in the background isn't quite loaded up yet. Oh, no, we're still hitting several places along here, actually, we're hitting in. Oops. Jumped a little late. But we successfully got more stone. Now we can kind of try and finish off this wall. That's the correct height. Best way to do that is we hit a day 189 already. The best way to do that, I have an idea for how I can do that with using the least amount of stone possible. First off, let's push this back a little bit. Grab some stone. Let's have a meal as well. Alright, now the best and easiest way I can do this, probably, do something like this. That might use up the least amount of stone. Put this back in the center real quick. That we don't have to move it a lot. While we have all our inventory full. Right back in the middle so that I can everything. Grab another stone. Early. All right. Just seeing where the entrance is coming up to the main part of the main building there. More stone. All right. I almost didn't see the ship over here. It was kind of blended in with the shadows. But no, I think I want to do this starting right there. Two wide or three? It's three wide, right? Yeah, it's three wide. I left this here. Can't even really see that it curves right there with that there. Okay. Pretty halfway around the circle. Need to do another set of stairs there, and then that side. We got just enough stone. See, I'm gonna need like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 more of those big rocks. Finish all of this out. I still need to do terraforming like around here. And the inner stone part. And this stone part. This stone part. That stone part. Redoing that wall over there so it kind of more matches this. I think I want it to just go up like the same there. Okay. Before I fill in these gaps, I actually do want to raise up the terrain around this. Get a good visual what I'm going for here. A little altar circle. The biggest weird part's gotta be this part right here. Just a thin section right about at the stairs so I like look up this way. Right. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot longer to get to this point. We're already right here. We've already got the circular done. We got the stairwell main, just kind of standard stairwell done. We're gonna do a little bit more with this stuff to actually get more resources, I think. Pretty good. I think from here, though, we can start working on some terraforming around here. I'm gonna get terraformed up. I kind of need to fix those spots as well. So we're gonna put rock down pretty much. Rock down. We're gonna do what we normally do, and we're just gonna kind of flatten it out. Rock down, flatten it out. Flatten it out. The part I'm not so sure if it'll work out well. On. Go into this wall, please. There we go. This. That's what I was worried about. I might have to get a little slick with this, maybe. We might have to use a little bit more stone. Like, we might have to do a double circle around this. Make it look proper. Double circle of stone around this on the outside. What we can do is get brain up right up to the edge. Gonna fix it. That. Wish it would go more straight down. Just in. Oh, see it. I see it. I see it right there. Yeah, right there. I hit. Yeah, we're gonna have to double it. So what I mean by that is I have to do something like this. That. We just have to get close enough where we can do that all the way around. You might have to do that for right here too. Just double it along here, because I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get a proper. Fix here. Well, here we might be able to do it without. Or here we might be able to do it fine. It's just going to be over there that's going to be kind of weird. Like, we are going to have to. That. But that'll make that look a little bit better. Okay. Alright. Let's fix along this wall. Fix along this wall and then we'll decide where to go from there. Up here then too. Takes so much stone just to fix this, especially because it does that. First, trying to fix this. Oh, jeez. Okay, that made that really bad. What the heck? Here's where I'm gonna have to ask myself if I should just. Oh. Oh. Losing internet here? What's going on? Why do I have these sudden bad frame drops? What's going on? OBS is just saying I'm losing constant frames right now. Or not OBS. Yeah, my OBS saying I'm losing constant frames right now. That my hit rate is pretty far down. It might be better. It might be better if I just double this wall too. To hide these imperfections along here. We have to double the top part here along and then double the outside of this wall once we get everything all lined up. There's a lot of stone to go through. Yeah, and see now that I've messed with it, I should have messed with it. Now that I have, it's gonna keep messing this up really badly. I might as well just... I guess we have to leave that now, and I might as well just kind of... do something like that along there. That'll cover up the imperfections that are along here with the train. That's what we're gonna have to do. But it should come out looking pretty nice, at least. What's going on here? Why am I still... According to OBS, I have nothing but frame drops, constant, like almost zero connection. But the FPS is fine, and that's fine. What's going on? Also, the stream preview, everything shows like it's running fine. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, we are going to need to get a lot more stone. We got to just double wall this to hide these imperfections a bit. And then we just got to double wall the outside of our circle. That'll hide that. First we'll have to... Should we do something like that so that it does hide it better? this. You look close. I think it's gonna pop to the bottom here, maybe a little bit. Not too bad, actually. This is more of the direction we want to build if you're terraforming a lot, using terraforming walls. Where it straightens out going this direction. It straightens out a lot easier. To keep pushing this. Go down here and adjust this a little bit. Don't have to adjust it a lot because there's going to be a whole nother layer of stones on the inside once we get enough stones. Last bit of this we can do now, so count. Wonderful. I know it goes down there, but it's a lot hard to tell that I have this. And it's not like I walk down too much. Pretty much got this corner flattened out terrain-wise. We gotta go all the way around, do that side over there, and then that side over there. And we gotta do an outer layer of stone here, and another layer of stone there to kind of hide the fact that the terrain moves around a bit. But the terrain is a little bit weird. We're making progress. I don't like that did this now though. Like this actually is bothering me. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can fix that. What if I? Grab this up here. If I got rid of that. I were to hit this. Huh? Maybe? Yeah, it looks up here. Yes, there we go. I just have to rebuild this stuff the way it was. That and that. I wonder if I could have even more fouced this wall. Like, could I have done something? I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess. This still would have been the same amount of stone, but would I, if I did this, would it have mattered? Not really. I guess it could matter here. Did I do? Not that. Hang on. Did I do this? Save like 2 stone? I don't think I should do that now, but maybe in future we can remember some of those stone building techniques. So basically what it is I don't have enough stone to show it off, I guess. But what it would be is it's just do two of these and then you do a stairwell. And then you do that up. Like you'd stair step it up like that. That's instead of using two of these. Because two of these is 8 stone. Whereas two of these is 6 stone. Maybe something we could have done to kind of like would have complicated the build process a lot, but we could have maybe saved stone on this if we did like that. But we also might have created more entities, possibly. No, it would have been the same amount of entities actually, so that would have been fine. Look, and now we have more stone to use though. Over here we can keep pushing this side of this up a little bit further. Food going at the moment. Hang on. See how much I can flatten this out without having to use stone, maybe. Alright, this build takes up time. Takes up a lot of stone resources. Only we could have gone to the plains and gotten pillars, but we are not nearly a high enough level on hardcore to go there. I have succeeded though, I think, in getting a layout for what I want for this. Using your system and kind of go around then like this. This to look good like that. Go all the way around. We have a whole bunch more ground room around the circle for one that's not sloped. Here and in front of the base. I also need to do this over here. For this, I want to make like a almost partial circle that kind of covers up the fact that the land down there, because we hit the dig limit. The land down here, pretty much from there, like the middle of this, we're gonna cover up that the land down there bumps. We're gonna mimic it on that side, so we gotta raise that up as well and build downward. Quite a bit more work to do. Probably gonna be several hundred stone each side, probably. But I kind of want to finish up this outer ring real quick and get all this flattened out. And then I want to see about maybe doing this. I have this idea. We might stair step it down again. I think it's equal to this, so that we build around this, and this is like the centerpiece of our circular pit around our altar. That kind of works. Definitely more complex build than I've done in the past. In terms of actually building. A lot more measuring involved in making this circle. know what's going on. Alright. I think, though, this is really all the work I want to do on this today for Valheim. We're going to end our YouTube stream there. If you watched on YouTube, like, subscribe. We're going to still go on Twitch, but we're going to switch over to Project Zomboid for a little bit. Stuff there. Yeah, if you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. We'll see you around. And as for Twitch, stick around. We're gonna switch over to some Zomboid. I need to do. I just have to. I feel like I have to do a lot of offline grinding for stone to get what I want for here, and I don't feel like doing that on stream. So I'm gonna go do my Project Zomboid for a couple hours, and we're gonna try and spend some time for the building part of this. Just, doing a lot of stuff off stream to get a lot of stone so that we can actually build this. It's come along a long way since we started last week, and I think it's gonna look great. The outline makes me think it's gonna look great once we actually get it built. We have to actually get it built. Yeah, we're gonna end up on YouTube. On YouTube, thanks for watching. You'll see later.